Finding the perfect workout split can be a very difficult task. In this video, I'm going to give you 5 different workout splits for you to choose one and incorporate the split into your busy schedule. So let's do this. Hello and welcome to the video. It's your boy Jordan and I actually hope you're having a good day. In this video, I'm going to give you 5 different workout splits for you to make the choice and find the perfect workout split for you. So let's do this. So split number 1 is actually pretty self-explanatory, and that is the full body split. Full body split actually aims to train all your muscles per session, and it's actually great if you don't have much time on your hands.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
As you're hitting every muscle group per session, you can either do this every other day or 3 times a week. With the full body split, it actually improves how the muscles actually function together, as you'll be doing more compound movements, and with these compound movements you will be exerting a lot more energy. Also, these muscles will learn how to work together instead of in isolation. The full body split will actually improve your muscle balance, and also you're less likely to overtrain a certain muscle group. The cons to a full body split is that I actually don't focus on a specific muscle group. The muscles also need stimulation to grow. You won't be working to a very high intensity. Another con is the fact you might get lagging muscles, and this actually ties in with the first con. Also, full body training might push the body too hard if you do it too often. And the final con with a full body split is you actually need more time to recover. The next training split is the upper-lower split. With the upper-lower split, it actually focuses on 2 parts of your body, that being your torso and your legs. This is actually intended to hit both the muscle groups twice a week, and training each muscle group twice a week is way more optimal than hitting it once a week. It includes a higher total volume of training. You also have a stronger training stimulus per session, and it's less likely to cause a plateau. Another pro of hitting the upper-lower split is that it actually creates a good balance of hitting your torso and your legs, and also having the ability in training in consecutive days. So one day you could do legs, and the day after you could do upper body. That being said, it's actually a very simple plan to follow. There are some cons with the upper-lower split. It's not as effective, as you won't be hitting a specific muscle group when you're training your torso, and it's also really hard to hit all your upper body work in 2 days. It's actually less flexible as you're following a rigid plan. It's actually more time consuming, especially on upper body day, as your upper body actually consists of your shoulders, your chest, your back, your biceps, your triceps, your abs. There's so many muscles to hit. The upper-lower split is more suited to advanced sports people. And the final con is actually easier to miss the smaller muscle groups like your biceps, your triceps, and your rear delts. So the next split is actually a very popular one, and that is actually push-pull legs. Push-pull legs is actually very similar to a lower body and upper body split, and it's actually a 6-day program where you're hitting each muscle group twice a week. So an example of a push exercise is actually the bench press, where you're actually pushing the weight away from your body. An example of a pull exercise is actually the bent over row, where you're actually pulling the weight towards your body. And legs is actually very self-explanatory. With the push-pull leg split, each muscle actually recovers in time for the next workout, and each muscle group is actually well rested. So hitting each muscle twice a week is a frequency of evidence-based recommendation, and it's actually a very simple plan to follow. All it is following the pattern of push-pull legs, then resting. As you're following the pattern of push-pull legs, rest, you can actually hit these once a week if you want, and do each body part every other day. This training split is more functional than training individual muscle groups, and it's actually suitable for both beginners and advanced lifters. There are actually some cons to push-pull legs. One is the fact that it's time consuming, and it might be hard to juggle around some other commitments.
Just let me check my schedule.
As you're hitting each muscle group twice a week, it can be recovery demanding. Also, same with lower upper split, your smaller muscles might get neglected. That's your biceps, your triceps, and your rear delts. Also, if you're following this training plan once a week, your muscles actually don't get stimulated as much. And finally, it actually doesn't utilize the entire kinetic chain. The next workout split is actually the good old-fashioned bro split. The bro split is essentially hitting one body part a training session and hitting each muscle group 1 time a week. So you're either hitting your muscle groups 4 to 5 times a week, and you'll just have the standard chest day, back day, leg day, shoulder day, and arm day. So the first pro to the bro split is the fact that it's actually very easy to focus on one muscle group per training session. Each of the muscle groups will get the right amount of attention, and you're getting a very adequate amount of recovery on your muscles because you're only hitting each muscle group 1 time a week. It could potentially take up to a week for your DOMs to fully disappear. The bro split is actually a very enjoyable way of training.
Why this game so fun, chat?
As each individual person has their own favorite muscle group to train. You will at least be hitting your favorite muscle group once a week. With the bro split, you could actually have shorter workouts. You could be training anywhere between 45 to 90 minutes to really stimulate that muscle. And finally, it's a very effective way to build muscle with high volume. So the cons with the bro split is It's actually difficult to train every single one of your body parts if you could only commit 2 or 3 days a week of training. If you could only commit 2 or 3 days a week, then you will get lagging body parts. The bro split involves a lot of volume training, which isn't the best for new lifters, and it's easy to skip a muscle group you don't enjoy training, and in most guys' case, that's actually legs.
No, I don't really feel like it.
And you'll be walking around with a torso of C-bum and legs of a chicken. Another con is the fact you could only hit the muscle group once a week, and it's not a good program if your end goal is strength-based. Fatigue accumulates with all those reps and all those sets, and that means you're more likely to overtrain a muscle. And the final split is actually my personal favorite, and that is the Arnold split. Named after the GOAT himself. The Arnold split is a 6-day training routine. On day 1, you'll be training back and chest. On day 2, you'll be training legs. And on day 3, you'll be training shoulders and arms. After your 3rd training day, you have a rest day, and then you repeat this pattern, hitting each muscle group twice a week. A pro to the Arnold split is training with antagonistic muscle groups.
Whoa.
So how you will be approaching day 1, which is chest and back day, is training chest and back, then chest, then back, then chest, then back. And this basically helps reduce fatigue in a single workout. It allows one muscle group to rest while the other muscle group is being worked. Each muscle group actually has several days rest, as you're actually working that specific muscle group every 4 days, which is perfect because the advised rest time for the muscles to be worked again is actually 72 hours. The Arnold split is great for aesthetics and popular with hypertrophy and in bodybuilding. It encourages balanced training and is great for building bigger arms. It's also a very balanced program and also very customizable. For example, I follow this program but 5 days a week, and every muscle group I hit once in 1 week will get hit twice the following week. Also, the Arnold split is great for hitting 2 body parts a week. And finally, it's a proven workout method, proven by 7-time Mr. Olympia himself. So there actually are some cons to the Arnold split. One is the fact that it's too time consuming. You're committing 6 days a week, so you might not have enough time for any other activities.
So what are you doing Valentine's Day?
Legs.
You can get fatigued between the upper body days. For example, you're training chest and back one day and shoulders and arms the next day. This may not be a con to some people, but you actually do train your arms too much. So there you have it. I've given you 5 different splits that you could incorporate to use into your own personal schedule. That is the full body, upper lower, push-pull legs, the bro split, and finally the Arnold split. All these splits aren't perfect and each individual person will find their own faults in them. I'm currently using the Arnold split, but I'm using that 5 days a week. I've encountered no cons using this split, but I definitely have noticed my progress in the last year and a half using this split. If you've made it to the end of this video, I actually really appreciate you. Don't forget to actually hit the thumbs up button. If you like videos like these, actually don't forget to hit the subscribe button because I'm going to bring more videos like this your way. So that is it. I hope to see you in the next video, and until next time, peace.
Okie dokie.